Welcome to The Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're joining us today. We're about to unpack this incredible story of resilience, hidden value, and honestly, the unbelievable power of perseverance. We're looking at a journey that proves success isn't about where you start, it's about refusing to stop. It's the kind of story that's going to completely challenge the way you view the world around you and the hidden opportunities within it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Picture this. It's the absolute pinnacle of a legal career. You've got a highly respected judge standing before a room full of reporters at the ultimate moment of his triumph. And yet, at this precise moment of unmatched prestige, he presents what most people would consider a literal piece of trash. I mean, why on earth would someone do that? Well, to understand this moment, we have to rewind the clock.
Section 1. The highest court. An unexpected item.
Section 2. The Trash Boy. The cold streets of Chicago.
And this brilliantly illustrates the staggering contrast of Noah's life. Think about his beginnings. They were defined by old clothes, shoes with literal holes in them, an empty stomach, and bitter, cold winter mornings in Chicago spent searching through trash bins with a torn sack on his shoulder. Yet, look at his ultimate destination, graduating with honors from a top law school, becoming a highly respected lawyer, and ultimately, a Supreme Court nominee. How does someone even bridge that impossible gap?
While the reality of Noah's childhood was a brutal, daily struggle for basic survival. His father had passed away years earlier. His mother was working two exhausting jobs just to try and keep a roof over their heads. And yet, the family still frequently went to bed hungry. This severe poverty is exactly what forced young Noah into the dumpsters every single day, desperately searching for bottles and cans he could sell for just a few dollars.
And you know, as if the physical toll of hunger and the cold wasn't enough, there was a heavy psychological toll too. Some people looked at him with pity, sure, but others actually laughed at him. They'd point and shout, "Look at the trash boy!" You can imagine how deeply that hurt a 10-year-old kid. He would just lower his head and keep walking. But despite that profound internal hurt caused by society mocking him, he completely refused to give up.
Section 3. The Greatest Treasure. A Rainy Afternoon Discovery.
Now this brings us to one singular, incredibly fateful moment. Imagine a rainy afternoon. Noah's digging through a dumpster behind an old building, just like any other day. But this time he notices something unusual. What he finds is a torn, dirty book. Most of its cover is missing, several pages are ripped, and he almost threw it away. But the title caught his eye: Understanding Law and Justice. He couldn't fully understand the words at that young age, but he felt a spark of curiosity. He took that ragged book home, and that night, under a flickering lamp, his life began to change.
His transformation wasn't some kind of overnight magic. It was grueling, step-by-step effort. First, he opens this torn book out of sheer curiosity. Second, he reads it incredibly slowly, one page, one word at a time. And step 3, actually this is the most vital part. Whenever he found a word he didn't know, he wrote it down and learned it. Day after day, month after month, year after year. That discarded piece of trash became his absolute greatest treasure.
The sheer dedication this required is just astonishing. While other kids his age were spending their evenings playing video games, Noah spent his nights intensely studying. And it didn't stop with just that one ragged text. He went on to read every single book he could get his hands on at the public library. His unwavering dedication began to shine through, and his teachers started to really take notice of his exceptional intelligence.
Section 4. The Fight for Justice. Rising through the ranks.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because life wasn't suddenly easy for him. There were plenty of times he just wanted to quit and felt completely hopeless. But whenever he felt that way, he looked at that torn book to remember exactly where he came from, and he kept moving forward. Noah's ascent was rapid and honestly breathtaking. The poor boy studying in the public library became a scholarship winner. He entered one of America's top law schools, studying alongside the brightest minds in the country. He graduated with honors and soon became a highly respected lawyer known everywhere for his honesty, intelligence, and deep dedication.
Now, what's really fascinating here is his internal drive. Case after case, he fought tirelessly for justice. But get this, he wasn't motivated by money, and he wasn't motivated by fame. He fought because his past trauma of being the trash boy actually fueled his legal dedication. He fought because he understood firsthand exactly what it felt like to be ignored by the world.
Then, one morning, many years later, he gets a life-changing phone call. The President of the United States nominates Noah to serve on the Supreme Court. The boy from the dumpsters was left completely speechless.
Tears filled his eyes as he remembered the cold streets, the empty stomach, the broken shoes, and that torn book that started the whole shebang.
Section 5. The Hidden Opportunity. The Swearing-In Ceremony.
And this brings our narrative full circle, right back to where we started our explainer today. It's the day of his swearing in. Reporters from all across America are gathered. Noah steps up to speak, reaches into his briefcase, and pulls out that very same yellowed, torn book. The cover is practically non-existent, but he had kept it all those years. And as he holds it up, his mother is sitting right there in the front row, crying with immense, indescribable pride.
So the crucial point is what he said next. He holds up that ragged book to this completely silent room and delivers a message nobody there would ever forget. People saw trash when they looked at this book. People saw failure when they looked at me. But never judge value by appearance. Sometimes the thing the world throws away becomes the thing that changes a life.
Later that night, Noah looked up at the stars, reflecting on a journey that proves a few incredibly powerful truths. First, your current situation absolutely does not define your future. Second, knowledge has the undeniable power to completely change a life. Third, relentless hard work can defeat poverty. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, opportunities hide where nobody else is willing to look.
Which leaves us with this final, really provocative thought to consider. What discarded opportunity is hiding in your life right now, just waiting to become the thing that changes everything? Sometimes the most valuable things in our lives are disguised as things the rest of the world has simply thrown away. Thank you so much for joining me on The Explainer today. Keep looking for those hidden opportunities.